Hey folks, producer Jim here from the Around the House radio show, America's #1 home improvement powerhouse. I've seen Eric test thousands of gadgets over his 30-plus years as a certified kitchen designer, and he's just dropped his hand-curated top 10 picks for 2026 that'll make your home smarter, safer, and way more efficient. Rush to AroundTheHouseOnline.com, top products, now. Click the bold names for Amazon deals and snag them before they're gone. Eric G's favorites for 2026. Your house deserves this upgrade.
When it comes to remodeling and renovating your home, there is no better show on your radio. This is Around the House with Eric G.
Everybody stop what you're doing, please!
From your back fence to the sidewalk, Eric will tell you how to keep it all in tip-top shape while helping you save a buck while doing it. If you like DIY projects, it takes a lot of practice to get good at it, and Eric is here to guide the way.
These are the wrong plans. These are the old plans. Oh.
All that and more on the fastest 2 hours of home improvement radio.
Stop it! Stop what you're doing!
Welcome to Around the House with Eric G.
Welcome to Around the House with Eric G. This is your home improvement source every weekend. Thanks for joining us. I'm Eric G.
I'm Dane Vodder.
And it has been a busy week around the house.
You're getting the projects done this week.
Man, it is going good. We have had Pyramid Heating and Cooling, one of our sponsors here in the Portland area, one of our local sponsors, and they have been putting in the Eric G household a Carrier Infinity system. And, man, this has been a project. So they've had two guys in here for basically three and a half days total.
Okay.
So, they have been busy because we put in a zoned system. And what a zoned system is, so if you're thinking about heating and cooling, what they're doing is they're taking my system where you have the one thermostat and it does controls the entire everything. House, yep. Right? So they're doing a second zone in there. So upstairs where the bedrooms are, that there's going to be a thermostat in the bedroom so I can keep that at one temperature and keep it balanced temperature-wise with what's going on downstairs. Because I don't know about you, I hate it when downstairs is 68 degrees and it's 78 or 80 degrees upstairs. And you're trying to move heater. Hate it. So this is the solution for that. So pretty excited to have this thing rocking and rolling here for summertime, plus all the good healthy stuff as far as controlling humidity and so much less dust. And it's going to be quieter in the studio here. So
absolutely. It just goes to show you that even when you get the professionals out, it's not an easy, quick job to do. This is something that takes some time.
I had some people asking me, they're like, hey, Eric, why aren't you doing that yourself? You know how to do it, right? I'm like, yeah, actually I do. But to be honest, think about this. I've got two guys that do this for a living.
Day in and day out.
Day in and day out. I'm not that fast because I don't do it day in and day out. Have I done my own systems before? Yeah. When they were basic? Yeah, absolutely.
Not with a zoned system, though. I mean, that's new.
No, I know how they work, but this is not my jam, right? I'm by no means that professional. So I've got two guys spending 3.5, 4 days here.
Full days, too.
Full days. And so you look at that and go, look, on my nights and weekends and a couple days during the week, I don't have a month.
3 week, yeah.
I don't have a month to knock this out. I'm busy. And so there's a lot of that stuff you got to think about. So, well, we've got a great show ahead. There's some cool stuff I want to talk about. But before we do that, I want to let you know how to get a hold of us if you've got questions or if you've got something you need help with. First off, you can catch us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Clubhouse, all those different kind of places. That's where you're going to find us.
Absolutely. And we want to answer your questions. We don't get a lot of and we were talking about this before the show started today. Yep. We're not getting nearly as many questions as we used to, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but this is what we're here for. This is what we used to do every week. So we really want to hear from you. Our number here in the studio, you can give us a call any time of day, any day of the week, 971-233-8992. The way this is going to work, too, is you're not going to be under the gun to hurry up and get your question out there so that we can hurry up and answer it before we get to a commercial break. We can spend as much time. If it's really in-depth, we can go longer than a segment talking to you about your questions. So please give us a call.
You got it. And I think a lot of our people are using social media, though. You know, if you think about the questions I get on Instagram, the questions that we get on Around the House Nation,
online, yes.
There's a lot of stuff that happens that way versus this. And, you know, that's the nice thing about this show is we try to do a little bit more deep dives versus answering 42 different toilet questions like other people.
Yeah, just talking toilets for 2 hours. It can kind of get monotonous to listen to.
Yeah, potty talk. We've done our share of that in the old days, so it's okay. So this is kind of the new format of that. But thanks for joining us, guys. And, well, we've got a lot of things to talk about today. So first off, I wanted to dive in because this was a hot subject this week that I started doing a little more research on and realized it's probably a bigger problem than people realize. And that's where to use PVC pipe and where not to use it.
Okay.
So here's a great example. I was watching on social media, and this kind of brought up this last week. Really nice lady was talking about doing some of her own replumbing on her potable water, so the drinking water, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You know, PVC pipe is made to be used in a lot of places. You know, you see it for sprinkler systems. I mean, if you look behind you, Dane, we've got that white PVC pipe that's going in. That is the vent for our high-efficiency furnace.
Yep.
It's got air going up there with just a little bit of heat to it. Vents right up to through the roof. It's awesome. It's doing great.
Does its job.
It's also great for using in sewer lines where that's applicable. So not everybody uses the PVC pipe for sewer because some places have not caught up to using that yet. Every municipality has their own codes, but you're seeing more and more of it across the U.S.
From what I'm hearing, though, is that PVC pipe seems to be used for non-potable water, non-water that you're going to be drinking.
Well, that's where you mostly use it, correct. Now, there are some NSF, National Sanitation Foundation rated PVC pipe, but it is not meant to be used inside your house for drinking water. And this is where this discussion came up from. Now, there is CPVC pipe where they have, changed the composition of the material. That is the yellow kind of, golden colored pipe, not the white. And it's made for inside your house. And quite frankly, I hate the stuff. That stuff with UV light and age it might as well be made of glass.
It's brittle.
Holy smokes. My buddy Wes, I was working on his house. We had taken the pedestal sink out. We've talked about this before. I've got the sink carried off. It's in the other room. We're getting ready to put down plank flooring in the bathroom. And I hear poof.
That's a sound you love to hear.
Oh, yeah. Blew the valve right off the water line out of the wall and shot it and made a dent in the wall on the other side. And I had full-on 3/8 pipe just emptying water on the floor. My other house that I had, up on the other side of town, that thing had it in there. And, oh, man, you'd be sitting there and all of a sudden you'd go, what do I hear? Get down the crawl space and there's a 3/4 inch line just dumping hot water.
Oh, man.
That house in the 2 years that I lived there had literally probably 4 or 5 different CPVC repairs where it just failed.
Wow.
And it was put together correctly. It had just spiral cracked around the pipe.
And just
broke.
You can't fix that.
No, now you're cutting stuff out, and yeah, it's just horrible.
Well, plus that was a rental, so that's awesome.
Exactly. So that was still an ugly one, And the guy that had it the rental before us, he had water. I mean, he'd replaced the hardwoods a couple times.
Same issues,
and he was just chasing around, and he would have been much better off, after we left for him to when he put it again into a rental. He needed to go back and replumb that house because it was going to be a continued problem.
Obviously, yeah.
But really, when it comes down to it, I can think of homes that I had where I had wells out in the country, and they used PVC pipe. The problem is with PVC pipe and cold potable water that you're going to drink is it can give off chemicals. It can give off toxins in that plastic that's not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem is that when you get people thinking that they're going to go into the home center and they're in the sprinkler aisle and they're like, hey, this will carry water. It's good to 400 PSI. This will be great. I'll use this. And it's so easy to cut and glue together. And now they're using it to replumb their house. And that's where I get worried about people doing stuff that could make people sick. Now, the older the pipe, the more chance it's going to have the worst stuff in it.
It's going to fail. Or
and there is some new stuff out there. A lot of the newer pipes have got that. But just because it's NSF rated doesn't mean that it's not going to be giving off some of those chemicals on that either. So I would use it if you're doing an outside sprinkler project. If you're doing that stuff, it's great. If you're doing vents and drains, first off, follow your code. But I don't know of anywhere out there that will allow you in the United States to use white PVC pipe for drinking water. Now, when we come back, I want to talk a little bit more here about really some of the other pipes you can use that work well in this discussion, because the thing is you just want to think about it. You can bend white PVC pipe with heat.
Yeah.
So if you've got a nice water heater, and the problem is you'll see a water rating, for instance, with PVC. You'll see it, it's good to this many pounds. Well, even though the average water PSI, pounds per square inch, of a house is like 60, you can get up in the hundreds with surges. And the problem is, as soon as you use that for hot water, you soften it. So the warmer the pipe is, the more it is. So if you've got that pipe sitting out in the garage and it's next to the water heater, you could have hot water in there. Or if it's hot outside and you've got sun coming on it, that sun,
can start breaking
that pipe down, and now you've got some big problems. So, there's a lot better ways to do this, even as a homeowner. If you're taking on a DIY project, we come back, I want to just kind of wrap up this thought, because it's one of those things that really, when you think about it, there's a great way to do this without having to buy a ton of expensive tools. But you can do it, save yourself some money, and you're not making anybody sick by putting the wrong materials in there, or even worse, having a failure that's going to cost you a ton of money. We'll talk about that just as soon as Around the House returns. Your home improvement source every weekend. Thanks for joining us. I'm Eric G.
I'm Dane Vodder.
Hey, make sure you hit us up here if you've got to follow the show. We really want to bring you as part of our family.
And you've got to follow the show.
Absolutely. So head over to Facebook, Around the House with Eric G. While you're there on Facebook, because I know so many people have it out there, make sure you join Around the House Nation. That is our closed group. That is where people are sharing everything from funny jokes to what are you working on today? And then you can get the feedback out there. Everybody plays nice. It's a cool group of people. And if you listen to like last week, where we had David Applebaum on the show, decent chance he's going to be commenting on your post
He
too.
is active on the group, so you would have to go out of your way to not see David's posts out there.
Yeah, so if you think about it, you could have the guy that designed Frank Sinatra's houses, Cuba Gooding Jr., all these different celebrities out there giving you advice on how to do your house,
or just feedback.
Free. Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome.
Also, our home base for pretty much everything Around the House with Eric G is going to be aroundthehouseonline.com. You'll go there. That's where the podcast's home base is. That is a way you can contact us. The number to the show is there at the top of the screen. You can also hit the Contact Us page. Send us an email if maybe you're a little shy and you just have a quick question that you want Eric to talk about, or even a suggestion for the show. That is where you do it.
Also, guys, if anybody out there, I'm going to put a request out to our listening audience.
Oh, okay.
I am looking for a mental health professional to talk about hoarders.
Okay. Yeah, it's been
I want to
couple
talk
years since
about
we
that.
talked about that.
But I've never brought on like a
professional,
psychologist
true.
or a professional that has dealt with this. So I want to dive into that a little bit. So if you got anybody, have them get a hold of me on social media or over on aroundthehouseonline.com. That's my little ask for the week. If somebody knows somebody out there, love to chit-chat with them about it for the radio show.
Absolutely. We'll get them in for a few segments, and that's something that is not only good for us to tackle in the home improvement sphere, but a good thing for everyone to be aware of.
Absolutely. And we got some fun stuff coming up here in the rest of the show today, so I don't want you to change that dial or that podcast. Here's what we got going on. So we're going to be talking to Samsung because this last week, Samsung brought out a whole new line of appliances called Bespoke. Well, we talked about it a little bit when we did that CES interview earlier for the Consumer Electronics Show, but now they brought out this whole new line of appliances that have like 135 colors.
Okay.
So you can get a navy blue refrigerator.
It's all kind of customized, too.
It's all customized. So you can make it so the refrigerator, freezer, there's like 4 doors. You can make it where it's all fridge. It's third, whatever. So you've got this ultimate customization, and there's air purification. There's a bunch of different stuff they've developed in this line. So we're going to talk with them a little bit. It's some excerpts from their press party that they had a few of us at, which was really cool. So there's a lot of great information there. And then in the second hour, we're going to be talking with Thomas. I got to say that correctly. Thomas Wadkowski. That's a mouthful right there. He is the VP of accessibility for Comcast. And you go, oh, it's Comcast.
Yep.
Here's the thing. This is what I like about this. He is the one that develops all the stuff for people that have challenges in their life with abilities and trying to access stuff. So he's blind himself. He's the one that basically led the team for their voice remote that you see on TV all the time. But they've developed stuff for people with like ALS where they can use their eyes to change the channel. And there's so many cool things that they've come out with for that. So whether you're, somebody who's got a parent or grandparent that is aging, that needs help, or you've got a kid that has, some kind of developmental disability, or you're taking care of a relative or a friend, this is stuff that can really help you out. This is not by any means commercial. We dive into the nuts and bolts of how some of this stuff can make life easier for people. And so that's another discussion we'll have a little later on in the show.
And it's a perspective that we don't really get.
Yeah, it's a new one for me. And being next week is, International Accessibility Week. I thought, it would be a great time to do it. So I thought that would be a great one. Well, I wanted to finish up here, and talk about plumbing for a minute and talk about the right ways to do water lines besides PVC, or quite frankly, in my book, CPVC, of my opinion there. PEX is such a good way to go these days. If you want to be old school and put in copper and sweat copper and put it together, that's awesome because you're soldering it together. It's great. You'll get 50 years out of it. PEX is a great material too. PEX is one of those things. You have a couple different styles of PEX. There's the expand type, which is PEX A, where you put the tool in and it expands it out. And then there's a collar on it. You shove the piece in there, the corner elbow or T or whatever, and it shrinks around, and it's always got a death grip on that piece. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite. And then there's other PEXs too, where you put a ring on the outside and you crimp it, and that ring holds it. I like the PEX A. It's the best way to go. You do have to get a tool, so you can go out and spend a few $100 on that tool, or you can go down to your local tool rental place, borrow it for your project. But I really want you to really use the right materials, because we're finding out more and more as we learn how things have a potential to make us sick.
To get contaminated.
We don't want to be drinking any toxins that we've got. That's never a good thing. So,
especially when we put it in our home.
Yeah.
We don't want to be responsible.
We don't want to be doing that, especially when we're taking some shortcuts with it. So that's an important one. And really the PEX stuff, it's virtually freeze-proof if you get most of that stuff. And one of the other thing I like about the PEX A is it doesn't reduce flow when you hit corners. So the PEX, the B stuff really, which has got the
ring holder.
The ring holder, that is a bigger fitting on that. So you have less flow when you hit those corners. So I like to have that going on. But that's a good way to go. We're going to bring Roger Wakefield on one of these days here. We'll dive a little bit more into. He is our plumbing expert and a good friend of the show as well. And we'll bring him on here soon and do that. So that'll be a fun one. All right, when we come back here, we're going to talk with Samsung a little bit here. And this is going to be more of an event piece versus a personal interview. So there's going to be a lot quick hitting, great information. And I think it's going to help you understand where refrigeration and appliances are going here into 2021 and 2022. It's an exciting one. We'll talk about that just as soon as Around the House returns. Hey, it's Eric G. with Around the House. Are you looking to grow your business? Need a spokesperson for your company? Maybe an MC for an upcoming trade show? Or maybe you want to up your game and shoot some promotional videos? My team of experts would love to chat with you. Head to AroundTheHouseOnline.com and fill out the Contact Us form, and we'll set something up. Thanks for listening to Around the House.
Hey, this is Farewell Angelina, and you're listening to Around the House with Eric G.
It goes down so smooth. Ooh, it makes me want to pour gold in this glass, 'cause that color red never looks so good, so good.
Welcome back to Around the House with Eric G., your home improvement source every weekend. Thanks for joining us. This last week I was at an event with Samsung, and there was some really cool stuff coming out there. And I'm talking groundbreaking technology, flexibility, colors. And I thought, I need to share this with you guys because this is something that could affect how you design a kitchen, how you replace an appliance, how you change your lifestyle with being healthy. There's so many things that come up with this that I was really impressed with. So I thought, I'm going to share it with you guys. So let's jump out here to Samsung and their new bespoke line. We talked a little bit about this at CES this last year, at the Consumer Electronics Show. But man, they've expanded this out to the whole line. So I'll let them tell you about it. Stay tuned for this one here. This is actually super cool stuff, and it's going to be something that changes the world of appliances. Now let's get out to Samsung.
Hello, everyone. I'm Travis Miller. 2020 was an unprecedented year of change in our everyday routines. It made us all rethink the roles and meaning of home in our lives. At Samsung, we sought to understand exactly how home has changed for you through various consumer surveys. We saw two major trends in the ways people were changing their homes. The first involved creating multifunctional spaces at home, and the second was an increased focus on hygiene and sanitization. For that first trend, a lot of you told us that you're repurposing spaces for multiple functions, with various rooms in the house now doubling as gyms, offices, or classrooms. This means we need appliances that allow for this flexibility, both functionally and aesthetically. For example, if you've turned your garage into a gym, you might be looking for a smart new way to manage air quality. Or as you cook more at home, you might be looking for more flexible storage for various types of fresh ingredients. And trend number two is no surprise. We're all thinking a lot more about hygiene and sanitization. Nearly 2/3 of Europeans in our survey told us that since the pandemic, their homes have become their sanctuary. Meanwhile, 40% of Americans said they're making changes to sanitize their home entryway to cut off pollutants at the door. This made us think more creatively about how to make our homes a haven from allergens and outside pollutants, so you can feel at ease. For example, we explored how our appliances could make it easier to refresh clothing or shoes worn outside. We also thought about how our automation and AI technologies can be used to create new services that keep your home hygienic with less hassle. These trends are just some of the biggest changes that we saw in the home experience in 2020. And we're also seeing a rise in demand for personalization. Today, we're very excited to show you how our vision of the bespoke home answers these new needs. Here at Samsung, we believe it is important to have our innovations driven by your voices. So let's hear from a few customers about what they're looking for in a new appliance.
I recently renovated my kitchen, and my new kitchen tiles don't go well with my stainless steel fridge. It'd be nice if I could change just the outside of my fridge to match.
I wanted a lighter, summery look for the house, so I'm redoing everything in pastel tones. There are a lot of colorful appliances I can put in my kitchen, but most of the colors are really vivid and bold. I wish I had some more choice in the color options.
Hello everyone. As you just heard, many of us are looking for ways to personalize our appliances. At Samsung, we heard your wishes and have been working to address your needs in our new products. Since no two homes are the same, we had to create appliances that you can customize to fit your needs. This was the concept behind Bespoke. Our technology expertise allowed us to design a new structure and innovative details for a whole new kind of refrigerator. Innovation is hidden in every part of this product. Doors are designed to wrap around our signature panels so they're securely fastened. The super slim doors open at precise angles to allow ease of access. Even if you place your Bespoke next to a wall or stack several modules next to each other, our special hinges let you decide which way the door will open. Whether you are left or right-handed, and no matter where you are placing your fridge, you can decide what feels most comfortable. With 68 patents in design and engineering, Samsung's technology is embedded into every part of our Bespoke refrigerators. For the Bespoke global launch this year, we expanded our palette to offer more choice for customers around the world. The Bespoke comes in over 20 original colors and 7 finishes worldwide, providing an endless number of combinations. For the US, where we're offering Bespoke in 4-door, column and bottom mount freezer modules, our palette includes a metal steel finish in colors like champagne rose, navy, and matte black. For Europe, the Bespoke comes in 1-door and bottom mount freezer types, with 6 different finishes and a broad palette ranging from classic white to soft pastels and statement colors. The finishes go beyond basic metal. Take a look at our Kata finish, textured like freshly baked terracotta, or Glam Glass, which brilliantly reflects the light in any room. And we will continue to expand our palette to reflect the latest trends. At Samsung, we set out to change the entire customer experience. We want to make sure you and your lifestyle needs are at the forefront, from the moment you first see our products to the way you order and buy. I'm standing at our flagship store here in Seoul, surrounded by our new products and exciting ideas. Here, we share new lifestyle innovation and get customer feedback that becomes the foundation of our next exciting product or service. We have brand showrooms at King's Cross in London and 837 in New York City that serve as important customer touchpoints. We're also changing our ordering process. Here in Korea, customers can choose from 360 colors to custom order their fridge. Our inspiration for innovation comes from many places, from our customers, beloved artists, and designers. Today, I would like to introduce exclusive collections. These panels are designed by Thibaut RM, a French illustrator known for meticulously detailed line drawings of cityscapes and landmarks. This will be available in Europe. Now for the US. These were created with Andy Ramanter, a New York City-based artist whose cheeky and playful work often depicts life full of character and storytelling. And finally, Hey, a Danish lifestyle brand that drew inspiration from nature to come up with 5 new colors for the Bespoke. Through collaborations like these, we're fueling creativity and innovation in your home. Before we tell you more about Bespoke, let's hear from our customers about how they want their appliances to fit their lifestyles.
Good, you?
Okay, thank you.
Good stare, okay.
Can I go? Great.
My first impression of Bespoke was wow. Kind of answered all the questions that we didn't know we had.
It was incredible.
Love the idea of having that sort of authenticity of being able to create something that is for you.
The range of colors and the multifunctioning door.
Color
to me
means flavor.
Colour to me means expression. I think just that small dose of colour does have a huge impact in your life and day.
The flexibility of Bespoke and the modularity of this actual system is so brilliant, and it's so eco-friendly.
Everything, it's absolutely what I need in my life.
It makes one that sort of fits around your lifestyle.
Freshness means what's accessible, what's around.
A bowl of perfectly chilled berries. I think one of the most fun creative aspects in my kitchen is using sustainable ingredients.
To me, Bespoke is an extension of who I am.
Individuality.
Anything you could ever want it to be, definitionless.
Bespoke makes me happy because it's a blank canvas. It's everything.
I love to see these guys at Samsung having fun with style, color, and all those flexibility pieces that you can get out of refrigeration and so much more. Now, when we come back, we're going to finish up this conversation with these guys, and it's really just kind of exploring what these new products are, because it's like nothing else you see in the appliance arena out there. You know, they didn't pay for this. This is not some advertisement. I just thought it was cool stuff and gets you into a whole new, different way of thinking about appliances within your home. And I love taking a look at that, because if we can do something a little bit different out there, it's kind of fun. And as long as it's affordable in your budget, you've got a nice addition. We'll be back after these important messages. Thanks for listening to Around the House. Welcome back to Around the House with Eric T. This is where we talk home improvement every weekend. Thanks for joining us. Well, we've got a fun one here. You know, whenever I see an appliance company come out with something that is completely different, out of the box, like nobody else is doing. I was at this press event this week and I went, you know, this is great stuff that I want people to catch, because it is really that fascinating and that interesting when it comes to design. So let's jump out here and talk to Samsung and their Bespoke line of appliances that gives you this customization, like they were building it directly for you and you were drawing it out. It's almost that crazy. Let's jump back out here and talk to Samsung. This is one you don't want to miss. This is pretty interesting stuff. And for all of us that design, it's pretty stunning too.
Hello, I'm Shane Higby. As we revealed at CES this year, we're expanding our lineup of bespoke refrigerators to the US and across Europe. I'd like to take this opportunity to show you in more detail which products are coming to those regions. Starting with the US, we are launching 3 configurations: a 4-door flex, a 1-door column style, and a bottom mount freezer model. This new 4-door flex was unveiled at CES, and it's now available in stores. It comes with an all-new beverage center, which brings the water dispenser inside, leaving the exterior sleek and clean. It also has a 48-ounce autofill water pitcher, so you always have filtered water ready. There is also a dual ice maker, offering the choice of regular cubes and softer, more chewable ice bites. I also want to show you the Flex Zone. This compartment has 5 temperature settings, so you can customize it to fit your lifestyle. It can even convert into a freezer as needed. Now, let's talk about our one-door column style and bottom mount freezer bespoke refrigerators. These units give you the modularity and flexibility to build your own combinations of fridge and freezer space. If your space is on the smaller side, you might start with a bottom mount freezer. If you need more space, you can add a one door, which can convert between fridge and freezer. These modules connect together and can be expanded as your needs change. In Europe, Bespoke is available in one door and slim one door options, and bottom mount freezer models in 1.8 meter and 2 meter options. The one door freezer can also work as a fridge. Our bottom mount freezers feature Space Max, giving you more room inside without taking up more space. The taller models feature an A-grade energy rating under the new EU standards, proven to use less energy without sacrificing performance. So, no matter your lifestyle, Bespoke has the modularity and flexibility you need.
Hi everyone, I'm Libby Shaker. This year, we are expanding Bespoke to your entire home. For us, a bespoke home is one that is beautifully designed, flexibly featured to fit your lifestyle, and seamlessly connected through IoT. I'm really excited to show you what that will look like. This year, for the first time, Samsung is launching bespoke products beyond refrigerators, letting you bring your favorite bespoke look to the whole kitchen. In the US, you'll see a full bespoke kitchen appliance package, including a refrigerator, over-the-range microwave, range, and dishwasher. Available in 4 bespoke colors: matte black steel, navy steel, champagne rose steel, and white glass. And here's something awesome, our bespoke water purifier. It's smart and modular. You can install 1 faucet or 2 and choose just a room temperature module or add a hot and cold water module. These go under your sink to save space. The faucet comes in 6 bespoke colors and has purification abilities certified by NSF International. It also has an AI auto clean feature that regularly drains and cleans the water pipes automatically. The rest of your kitchen can go smart too. Instead of using a whole bunch of different apps, SmartThings Cooking puts it all together, from recipes to shopping. It uses AI to offer personalized meal plans, reflecting your personal preferences and using ingredients and devices you have at home. You can build shopping lists straight from recipes and check out right on the screen. You can also use it to send instructions to your oven and get progress notifications. Now, let's move beyond the kitchen to some lifestyle appliances. Here's the Bespoke Cube Refrigerator. This specialized fridge lets you change the temperature depending on what you're storing: beer or wine or even cosmetics. This fridge is also quiet, so you could easily put it in your bedroom or right here beside the sofa for beverages. It's small enough to fit just about anywhere and has that beautiful bespoke look. The living room is probably where we spend the most time with our family and doing things like working out. Hygiene and air quality matter here. This is the all-new Samsung Bespoke Jet. Some of you may have already used our automatic dust emptying system with patented air pulse technology, Clean Station. In the new Jet, we combined it with the charging dock. It's all in one, and it's just so easy. This vacuum brings top-tier performance at 210 watts of suction power and weighs in at just 2.5 kilograms with the slim action brush. This new Bespoke Jet is launching globally in the fall in 3 colors: woody green, misty white, and my favorite, midnight blue. And if you have a pet and are JetBot AI Plus, you can use SmartThings Pet to look after it when you're not home. Your robot vacuum recognizes your pet and starts recording whenever it comes into view. You'll get these videos on your mobile in real time, and you can even set up the room to make your pet comfortable from wherever you are, adjusting the air conditioner, purifier, lights, and more. SmartThings Pet will be available in the second half of 2021. Another way to breathe easier is with our new bespoke air purifier. It pulls in air from 5 directions to filter the air all around you. This will be available in gray and deep green in the US. It also links up to SmartThings Air. That helps you monitor air quality in and outside your home in real time.
You know, air quality is such a big topic right now. You know, I've made changes to my house due to air quality, put in the new system, doing so many other things here. I've got the air scrubber. All those things make a difference. So anytime that you can add something to maybe somebody that's got an apartment or not the ability to go ahead and put a whole house system in and you just want to make things healthier, I really love that. More just after these important messages of Around the House.
Hey folks, Jim here, producer of Around the House Show. You're loving the audio tips right now, but here's something new. Our full-length episodes and expert interviews are now on YouTube as video, so you can watch the demos, tool close-ups, and guest interviews, or just hit play and listen like a regular podcast. Just search Around the House Show on YouTube, hit that red subscribe button, and turn on notifications. It's free, and you'll get the best of both worlds. Visual how-tos when you want them, audio when you're on the go. Don't forget to subscribe on your podcast app too. Thanks. And now back to the show.